Hello, Melanie Nelson here. Hope everyone's doing well. This is my last installment of goals. Making hopes, wishes, and prayers into goals, and then goals into reality is truly a process. And I think in this world of we get it today, we get it in this moment, it's short-term gratification, convenience. You know, we sometimes, I think, as a culture have forgotten that these things are a process. Now, we're also blessed to be in the world in a time when you can create lasting wealth in a very short period of time, in a few years. Used to take a lifetime. And even before that, it used to take generations. So J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, you know, these types of people really changed the paradigm in regards to creating wealth in a lifetime. But in the digital age, in the information age, we can now create wealth in just a few short years, which is really unbelievable. However, it's still a process. And that is what I want to cover, because what we want will only be hope, wishes, and prayers until we turn those into goals, and those goals will only become reality when we take action on them. So to get through this, there's really levels of commitment, okay? And I would call level 1, 2, and 3 the levels of hoping, wishing, and praying. You know, we're hoping for the fairy godmother to come down and provide the dress and the chariot and Prince Charming. Or we're praying to God or the universe that they provide abundance or solutions or whatever the case might be, rather than praying for strength and wisdom and you know, the things that are lasting, that are not going to necessarily solve the problem right now, but create long-term success. So level 1 is really just wanting. It's just wanting, hoping, wishing, and praying. Level 2 is wanting, hoping, wishing, and praying, but possibly going out the door and buying a lottery ticket. Okay, so that's a little different, right? Little bit of effort placed in, but still kind of hoping for a miracle, right? Level 3 to 5 is really where we're taking those wanting, those wishing, those praying moments, and we're turning them into actual goals. But let's get really specific here. Level 3 is wanting and starting something. So you actually start something. So maybe you start a lifestyle program, maybe you start a business, you start something, which really truly is the first step out of the comfort zone. Being open, looking into, researching, and then actually taking the leap of faith to start something, that's level 3. And that's the first step out of the comfort zone. But typically what we see is people will stagnate there, and there's no follow through. So you might start something, but you're kind of what I call sitting on the bag of gold and doing nothing with it. Okay, level 4 is basically rinse and repeat of level 3, meaning you start something, you don't follow through. You may restart something or recommit to that same thing, but there's no follow through. You might start something new. You might jump to something new, and there's no follow through. And so it's a rinse and repeat. So there's really not a commitment to follow through. There's not a commitment to excellence and results. It's really just a phase where we're maintaining some hope until we're ready to really move outside the comfort zone, until we're really ready to commit. So in this level, in level 4, we're really only doing something when it's convenient, when we feel like it, when it's fun. So, you know, when the mood is right, so to say. And what I call hobby mentality, especially if this is like you're new to entrepreneurship, or new to health and wellness, or new to really anything where you have a goal, you know, to improve your relationship, let's say. So, you know, I only work on my marriage when it's convenient, when it's fun, when it works out, when I can, you know, make the time. Who can ever make time? We can't make time, only, you know, the masters of the universe, so to say, or God can do that. The rest of us just have to take advantage of the time we're given, right? So level 4 is hobby mentality, to maintain the hope, you know, to have the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's a lot of rinse and repeat of starting, recommitting, starting and recommitting, and starting and recommitting. Level 5 is truly doing whatever it takes to succeed. It's like, no matter what I've got to do, I am gonna make this happen. I am committed to action in spite of inconvenience. I am committed to action in spite of my fears and doubts. I am willing to just handle whatever life is throwing at me, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Okay, here you are stepping outside the comfort zone constantly. You're not in fear of like failing, and you're not in fear of like, you know, what tomorrow is necessary or what today's problems are. You're like in a totally different mentality of like, I'm gonna make this work. And the fear changes. The fear changes from desperation to like, if I, you know, I'm gonna die trying. I'm just gonna die trying. So it's a totally different mentality. And none of these levels are good, bad, right or wrong. There is no judgment. In fact, we all have to go through these levels in order to get there. Okay, but the thing that I think prevents people from really moving through the levels quicker is this idea that it's crazy, and the idea is crazy, that you don't have to step outside your comfort zone for things to change. You don't have to change anything in order for things to change, right? That's that level 1, 2, and 3 thinking, where I don't really have to change the way I'm thinking. I don't really have to change my habits in order to get these really cool new results I want. So I don't really have to change the way I eat. Oh, I don't really have to change my schedule. I don't really have to fit that in. And so it's crazy to think that your results will change without you changing. Okay, so that's what really prevents people from moving through these levels quicker, because everything you have in your life is within your comfort zone. And if you want more health, you want more wealth, you want more abundance, you want more happiness, you want more fulfillment, you want more joy in your marriage, guess what? You need different habits, different thoughts, and that equals change. Only that equals change. Not staying here, okay? And not thinking about it. Because here, thinking about what you want, and don't get me wrong, thinking about it is where you start, okay? That's where it all starts. But staying in the thinking mode keeps you here. Okay, action is the only thing that bridges you from what you want and making it a reality. So truly, don't be discouraged for the lack of results for the effort not put in. Okay, and thinking about it doesn't count. That's not effort. That's not real world effort. Real world effort actually has to be put in for real world results. Okay, and I'm all about affirmations. You know this if you've listened to any of my audios. I'm all about affirmations. I'm all about reading goal statements and business plans and reading them over and over and over and listening to your own recordings or recordings that empower who you are. So don't get me wrong. All of those things are important. But there comes a point where you just have to say enough is enough, and I'm going to take action in spite of. And that puts you into level 5. That puts you in the position where you're actually going to see things change. So again, don't be discouraged by the lack of results for the effort that has not been put in. Instead, use it. Use it as fuel. And here's the thing. Some of you might just need to be honest with yourself and go, you know what, maybe this isn't that important to me, and I'm happy with my life as it is now. I'm okay with things as it is now. And then, guess what? You get to stop complaining. You get to stop feeling like you're not enough. Because truth is, whether you sat in a bathtub for the rest of your life drooling and did nothing but eat Cheetos and sit in a bathtub, you're enough. Okay? You're enough. However, typically, the people that I'm speaking to want to progress. They want to get to level 2, level 3, level 4, and then level 5 and have those results in their life. But there may be somebody who's listening right now who just needs to learn how to be content with who they are right now in their life right now and be happy with being enough. But then you never get to complain, okay? Because it's enough. So I hope this helps you out. I believe this might be the last installment of my goals segment. I can't wait to hear all your success stories, and click on the button below to subscribe to my channel if you have not. Make sure you watch the whole series, and looking forward to hearing from you and your comments and thoughts below. Take care.